Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. I'm Green Zero and we are back with the free-for-all tournament again, so I thought I'd bring some more games from that one there because they've been pretty good so far. And I've jumped into the round of 16 now, so we have some different maps as you can see, but this one here has some players we've seen from beforehand. Johnny Cena and Salamis are back. Those guys are back, and we have Super Bad, which is Extremeizer, and Death Sentence in this series here. So all these guys survived the round of 32, and we're going to jump in now. Happy to see some new maps here now because I have cast on those other ones quite a bit, but we are here on Tournament Shaft. So Tournament Shaft is a really good 2v2 map. It's been around forever. A lot of people don't realize how old this map is, but it also will work as a free-for-all map, I guess, because it's totally symmetric on all sides. So up here on the right-hand side, we have Johnny Cena, Johnny Moo Cena playing as Vanilla Nod again. It's all random, so he's going to go for the left-hand side spike over here. We have a spike. We have Salamis, who's trying to intercept. He appears to be Steel Talons now. He actually decides to withdraw there. He might have been able to snipe the engineer, Johnny. Too quick, jumps to that structure, and he's going to have to retreat. So even before I got the intros done, stuff is happening, because it's a very small map. I mean, it's not like super crunchy or anything like that, but it's relatively small, but it's got tons of Tiberium on it, and a lot of people are very terrified of it because of that reason. It's not a death pit level like something like Red Zone Rampage is. Salamis, Steel Talons over here. We've got Battle Markers Raging. Looks like he was able to secure this structure on top of Extremeizer, who was also dealt a GDI faction. Here's Zocom. That's going to be a bit of an issue because he's going to have no artillery weapons, which will definitely be favoured on this level, and Death Sentence will be starting on the right-hand side here. He is going to be playing as Nod. So Vanilla Nod on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, and Steel Talons and Zocom on the left, but it's a free-for-all, so there's no teams. Again, same rules apply. 3 matches are played. Whoever gets the most points. Oh, look at this, Extremeizer. Death Sentence actually secured this spike. I did not see that, and Extremeizer is going to secure it now, so he's going to lose on his $500, but I think he was going for this spike, and Salamis did prevent that from happening. Salamis doesn't appear to have built an engineer, not unless he lost it. Notably, no one went for any of the EMP spikes. And look at that, Death Sentence trying to sneak around. Oh, he will get a scout out there, so Extremeizer could pursue if he wants to. There's a lot of battle markers raging now. It's just, oh, there's actually a Reckoner here. Death Sentence has a Reckoner, and it looks like it's been spotted by Extremeizer. He's going to lose the Pitbull, which is a bit of a pain. You'd want to be able to keep that. So Death Sentence is looking to rush. It's extremely easy to defend on this level because look at your TIG field. It's backed onto the corner of the map. There's literally only here and here. You can only come from these two sides, and your base is mainly blocking most of this out. We're going to have to look and see where that Reckoner's going to go. There is a little gap, of course, here you see on these levels. They can sleek around the backside there. Extremeizer, oh my god, he knew this was coming and he's not doing anything about it. Wow, he was begging for it then, wasn't he? The other guys aren't doing... Whoa, Death Sentence, that deploy? He deployed quite far away. He should have got into this gap, and now he's going to be able to silo block this. Wow, Extremeizer got thrown a lifeline there. I mean, he completely ignored the threat, and now he's paying for it, but Death Sentence getting a little bit antsy in his pantsy there, and the silo block is real. He's going to have to make sure this is micro. The Reckoner's got so much health, and that's the problem. If it deploys without taking any damage, it's got so much health. It is so much health. And look at that, these Predators are trying to work it down. They've only taken a quarter of its health off. He's already dropped 2 structures. He's going to lose the War Factory. Oh my god, he does block it out. Salamis and Johnny are poking at each other. It's just Raider buggies. A lot of battle markers raging, but I'm pretty sure most of it's Tiberium-based infantry. Oh my god, he's going to lose this as well. Is he going to lose this? This is going to be so bad. He might have to pull a Harvest. He could actually crush with those, and he will. Wow, Extremeizer, I just can't explain why he did that. He saw the Reckoner, and he just completely ignored it, and now he paid heavily. He's in such a bad position right now. He lost a refinery, he lost a war factory, and he lost a power plant, and he lost a couple of silos. That's another extra few $100 worth on top. You don't really think about it that much. Death Sentence is using this to expand. He's just boomed out with his E because he's got 5 and 2 and a few Scorpions tanks coming out. There's actually a 6 Harvester, so he's sitting pretty. Johnny Cena, what are you doing about it? Oh, Mind Strike. Oh, on top of Salamis' Harvesters. Not going to be enjoying that. We'll want to retreat those guys back. Johnny Cena has secured this EMP control center, but with an MCV here, he's going to be able to drop towers. These infantry aren't going to be too much of a match for him. I'm not sure why he's engaging with these Titans. They are literally just drawing fire right now. He did pull those guys back, which is nice, but I'm not 100% sure what his plan is. He's going to just shoot these guys with cannon weaponry. Where are the towers? Oh my god, Salamis is pulling an Extremeizer here. I do not understand what's actually going on there. Maybe they're fatigued. I mean, the tournament did go for a long time, but this is only round of 16. Keeping an eye on the rest of that and making sure nothing else is sneaking around. These Titans now are just getting are starting to get really shot up. A Wolverine comes out, so, and another tower coming down now. He will get the crush off on the Black Hand, which is nice. They have a lot of health, so it's good to kill those. And Johnny Calcina, that was simply too effective. He had a handful of scrappy units, and he did a significant amount of damage with that. I'm not sure how, against Salamis, permitted that to occur. It's good that he's taking the aggressive expansion first, getting that out of the way. It's always relatively good to get the aggressive expansion out of the way first. Johnny Calcina is also doing that. No one's expanded to the middle yet, so the middle obviously is going to be last on their minds here. But if you look over this side, no one expanded to these two fields and these two either, so everyone's expanding aggressively. Even Death Sentence is expanding aggressively. Extremeizer can't expand because he had to rebuild everything. There's a flame tank there. He will clean that up. That's very nice. He has predator tanks, which will keep him alive for quite a long time. They are unmatched in the armor department at the lower ends of the game. Even at the far ends of the game, they're still pretty good. As long as you've got a bunch of predators, they're always going to be effective against something. But Extremeizer will be expanding. He'll be taking the safe expansion. Doesn't want to get too close to Death Sentence. He has double refinery on his expansion. He's going for the EMP spike. He reclaimed this spike, and he's actually got this other one as well. Johnny Calcina, not too fussed about that. What's happening over there? We've got a Venom flying around, and I think this is strategical from Death. It's not for a click or anything. He's not going to click Johnny, but it's just to have a look to make sure Johnny isn't preparing some type of cheese that can be used against him. He gets a good look at him, and then he can jump over here and realize that Johnny's pretty much preoccupied with what's happening over there. These predator tanks actually made their way through the gap, and Death Sentence, I don't think he expected this because he's under attack here now, and these rockets are firing from the high ground, which is great. Yeah, he's going to actually force those guys back. Dozer bladed Scorpions, no match for the predators. They will pick one off. He will fall back. These harvesters might want to get back to work. Death Sentence, he might be going for laser capacitors, but to be honest, his artillery, I think, is going to be a better option in this game here. Could put Spectres here, impossible to kill those. He's going to need air or his own artillery, and it's pretty easy to defend against those as well. Salamis has made his way to the middle. He hasn't got a tech center down by the looks of it. Not that I can see yet at the moment. He doesn't appear to have too much. Only one ref on this expansion. I don't know, maybe he decided the middle was a better option. One of his harvesters is AFK right now. He does not refine. He might want to fix that up. But Johnny Calcina looks pretty comfortable. He has his tech. He's got a lot of avatars. He's building one of those armies which really can't be dealt with without another huge sized army. So that's good for him. He does have a stealth redeemer. We just saw him put the stealth field down on it there. So, and he is going to rage gen. That is going to affect all these tines. And the problem with tines is that if you get into the late game with them, they're just not as cost effective as they were before. They're slow. They're easy to destroy. They sucked up all your early game economy. Yeah, they're really good in the early game and stuff like that. That mine drop somewhat whiffed. He will be able to clean that up, which is nice. He might want to put his money into tech. Behemoths would be nice. And guess what's coming out now? Behemoths are coming out. He might want to get some orcas up as well, get the stealth detection rolling. Johnny Calcina and Salamus continue to pick at each other here. Death Sentence not making another move back on Extremeizer just yet, just giving him a bit of breathing room. He does have double ref on the expansion, so he's going to be able to retain a foothold in this game, especially with that's I mean 5 and 2 on an expansion. That's your 6 harvesters there, but that's significant. Battle markers over here is just infantry standing on Hyberium. Looks like Death Sentence is long range mining that, or short range mining it, I guess. He has cleared most of this area here. Obelisk is there as well. His EMP spike must be being close to charge. He is sending out another Venom as well, just to have a look and see what everyone else is doing. And Death Sentence really knows how to play these free falls. You can tell by the way he's keeping tabs on all the players and not overstepping anything. That rage gen completely wrecking more of his army, which is just unfortunate. Another harvester there is AFK. Salamus just doesn't appear to know how to counter this. We got a battle marker over here. Looks like Johnny doesn't like being spied on, and his own Venoms are here now. He will actually lose his Venom to Death Sentence, who does have laser capacitor upgrade completed, whereas Johnny Calcina, he's working on an upgrade. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Battle marker over there. Looks like Salamus does have an EMP spike. What was that? Was that Spectres? It is Spectre artillery. I thought it was Vertigos, but look at this. It's 5 Spectre artillery here. The avatars are moving into this artillery, though. That's a bit of a problem now. They can dodge it somewhat, but the Spectres now, I guess these guys draw fire while the Spectres do most of the damage. That Behemoth will actually evac, and he will be able to escape to get some repairs. Orcas are coming out, so this is great. Johnny's Redeemer is over here though, and there's stealth detection. He's trying to snipe down the pitbulls. It's not working very well. He's actually, oh, he misfired there. He's actually taking a lot of damage from these behemoths. We have rage gen going off as well, and Salamis is scattered. His forces are scattered. That may allow this Redeemer to escape here. A few Spectres, or at least one accidentally walking past its own perimeter there. The scan will go down, but he kind of needs to destroy this if he uses his scan. And look at that, the Spectre strikes targeting this area over here. Those behemoth, oh my god, they're getting slaughtered now, those guys. And they do return the favor. They do manage to drop one of those Spectres. He really needed to kill that behemoth. Oh my god, sorry, not the behemoth, the Redeemer. That was close, that one strike there, and Salamis has thrown it in now. He's like, alright, cool, that Redeemer's going to get away. I'm going to retreat. Oh man, he's still getting shelled from range. The problem is these Spectres have such insane range. Vertigo Bombers now trying to harass this area here. We have these AP ammo hammerheads as well coming in. Death Sentence, he probably has Tib Core. I'd imagine he does have Tib Core, but he doesn't actually have any of it down. That Tib Chem Plant's pretty vulnerable, and he will sell that up. He's actually going to go for the air tower here, and there's a bit too many Venoms here. He wants to back off. There's actually only a handful of Venoms. He probably didn't need to run that soon, but I guess he was frightened by them, and he has decided to fall back. A few Pitbulls here will help him defend, but he needs to expand again. He's actually taking Tiberium off the back of Salamus, who's double refinery down here. That's very well done by Salamus. He does have a backup plan there, which means he's got access to a lot of Tiberium. This is very unusual on a map like this, in a free-for-all. The fact that no one's actually been killed yet, I find that pretty intense. Normally in all the matches we watch, someone is usually getting fisted by now, but all these players are still in a reasonable position. I mean, even Extremeizer has forces out here. He's actually going to push Death Sentence back. He must have got a scan off or something there, because he's destroying those harvesters. She's shutting them down. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the action in this game. This game is starting to explode. There's battle markers up the top as well. Those Vertigo Bombers are trying to bomb those tanks, and they will get somewhat destroyed. Oh, he's just carving them through now. Will he lose any? I'm not 100% sure. He might lose a few. What's happening back here? Nothing happening back here. Salamis is under siege. He's getting shelled. There is a stealth tank over there. He is taking a Spectre fire as well. A few of these Spectres have been replaced, but I'm assuming he's got behemoths all scattered, which is nice. They're split, but they are going to have to conglomerate or come together at some point to do some type of attack. Johnny Calcina appears to be perfectly fine. He's harvesting on the middle here. He's picking at this field. Death Sentences, he's cleaned up so much Tiberium, Death Sentence. He's even cleaning up Tiberium on either of these inlets over here as well. And Extremeizer even cleaning up this one over here with Salamis. Battle Markers Rage over here. Death Sentence is joining the party. All these structures have been completely leveled. There's not a lot protecting the base here of Salamis. These behemoths are going to have to fight now. They have a few disadvantages. We actually lost his comm center there. That could be important. No scan without a comm center. And these Pitbulls, the behemoth does finish that off, so that's nice work there. Rage Gen, sorry, Battle Markers over here. Johnny Calcina has walked his Redeemer over here, fully repaired. He will be taking out some of Death Sentence's structures here. He doesn't quite finish off that refinery. Might have been worth it. He has Mind Strike, the Redeemer. EMP Blast comes down. Johnny has some Redeemers, so far out avatars here. Rage Gen will go off. It's not going to be good enough. The Vertigo Bombers come in and they bomb Johnny Calcina. Oh, look at that Spectre strike. Oh my god, that Spectre shot right there, right in the middle of those avatars. And Johnny Calcina is in full retreat. Oh my god, look at that. And he's actually blowing up a lot of that Tiberium as well. The combined Spectre EMP mine attack, that was a bit too much. It was looking great for Johnny. It looked like he was going to actually destroy Death Sentence's Redeemer, but then Death Sentence's like, hang on a second, you want to attack me? I'm just going to pull that on now. Now Johnny he's diverting attention away from Salamis, and he's focusing it now on Death Sentence. I guess he just has decided that Salamis is no longer that much of a threat at the moment, because Salamis isn't really being aggressive. He's retreating. He's falling further and further back into his base. So you can see he's got his baseline back here now, where before it was up here. And he's just content. He's going to build up a really strong army. He's got Space Command uplink as well, so we're going to see tier 4 support powers there. And he's just moving his Venoms back a little bit outside AA range now. All those husks there pretty much getting destroyed, so they're not very useful for Death Sentence. Oh, that was a massive artillery strike there. He's going to have another wave come across the top, and oh, there goes that. He's going to have to put down a stealth field, I think. What's happening over there? Was that a Rage Gen? No, there's stealth tanks coming in, but they're not going to achieve too much. One Venom here. Again, there's so many battle markers. I can't keep tabs on them. Spectre Artillery from Johnny. He's taken another swing at Salamis. He doesn't know who he's attacking. He is really bringing the free-for-all to this series here. Stealth Tower is down. Johnny has identified that, hang on a second, Stealth Towers here is really going to keep my base safe, because the only way the Spectres can actually see their targets is if they get rid of this Disruption Tower, and to do that they have to move really far forward, and they will become under attack. Death Sentence will secure one of those avatars. He's actually starting to shell some of these structures here now, but again, if his own Spectres fire, they do lose their stealth, so he's able to counter Spectre these guys here. Takes out one, not as much damage as he thought. Death Sentence is taking fire, and the deployment of these guys here, the deployment of the Spectres is a problem as well. Stealth Tower comes down. That was a bit too far forward, if you ask me. That is well within Spectre range and clearly outside of Obelisk range here. There is a lot of shooting going on here. These guys here are really going, oh, look at that Spectre strike. that Spectre Strike, a lot of damage comes down on there as well. EMP blasts are going off. The Venoms are here as well. There is a pretty big engagement. Tib Core missiles. That strike there, that artillery strike doing a lot of damage right in the middle of those avatars. They are looking to try to move away. A second artillery strike now. Oh, Johnny Cena, you got to look out, buddy. He's taking a lot of fire from that area there. Salamis is just chilling at the moment, so is Extremeizer, trying to build up their forces. And Johnny's Redeemer is still over on the left-hand side flank here. Death Sentence is falling back into his base. Did he lose his Redeemer? I think he did. I just didn't pay attention, I guess. He must have lost it, because otherwise it would definitely be here right now. Vertigo Bomber's going to come over the top, and there's the Venoms here will assist as well, and they put a lot of pain on the Redeemer, but he still doesn't have enough to destroy it. Puts down another stealth tower behind the refinery, which is very important because it blocks the line of sight here. EMP blast will come down, so Johnny Cena is sending these guys in. The Redeemer needs to fall, but the Spectre artillery need to evac this area. He's trying to stop the next Redeemer from coming out. It's got flame range on it as well. He's got a stealth tower there, but that is pretty much history. I'm not even sure why these avatars aren't shooting at it. Johnny's so desperate to kill this. He will stop Death Sentence from getting that. We got battle markers raging over here. It's just infantry standing on Tiberium. Extremeizer has taken the middle map, or the middle side this time. Vertigo Bombers, their deck was being harassed as well. Johnny Cena has laser capacitors, and the Vertigo Bombers now, he needs those to be able to destroy the Redeemer. He's got 2 with bombs. It's enough to destroy that. He's got a second obelisk down here now, and he should be able to stabilize. Johnny's got a lot of avatars, but I don't believe he's going to be pushing just yet at the moment. He might want to think about it. And look at the map. These guys have cleaned up so much Tiberium on this map. This is surprising, and all 4 players are still in the game. Death Sense is a little bit worse for wear, but he's still okay. These Spectres unnecessarily in the firing zone here. They will be destroyed. There's 1 remaining. I'm not sure if that's going to hit anything. No. Very inaccurate fire. These Vertigo Bombers are trying to evac now. They're like, holy crap, let's get out of here, guys. That's really the last strength of Death Sentence right now. Is that he has these Vertigo Bombers. He's going to fly right over these avatars. Oh my god, he did a lot of damage there. Vertigo Bombers getting shot down though. One of them got shot down. Did they even get an avatar? They did get one. If we check out their health bars, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 avatars which are on fire. Johnny Cena needs the repairs, and he needs them now. He's falling back into his base. There's no war factory here. The nearest one is actually back here, so he might want to do something about that. Meanwhile, Spectre artillery firing now. Salamis has decided, you know what, now's my time. I can't look at the army, look at the concave. He's got a big line of behemoths so far spread out, and this is going to be a problem for him. The Marv is just a meat shield, and Johnny Cena, after dealing all that damage to Death Sentence, now finds himself under attack. And Steel Talons in the very late game is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful combination you can get, because their armor is just so durable. It's the most durable armor in the game. What do we have here? There's a Mind Strike. It lands on a few of the behemoths. The MCV might want to deploy almost in obelisk range there. That could have almost taken it out in one shot, but he will deploy. The Marv, they're taking a lot of damage. It's got 4, and it's actually got a stealth pod on it as well. It has a stealth pod. We got battle markers raging back here. Extremeizer is rolling into Death Sentence base, but this battle here is more important. Shockwave artillery comes down now. Oh my god, Johnny's in so much trouble. He is in so much trouble. The Spectre shots are real. There's Orcas over the top. There's Venoms, but yeah, that is history. Look at the behemoth line. Johnny has not touched it yet. He's put a little bit, he's scratched some of those behemoths a little bit, but he hasn't done enough damage. Salamis selling up. He needs to push. He needs to push right now. This Marv is probably going to die. The Spectres are probably lining up. No, the Spectres were pulled back. I'm not 100% sure where the Spectres are. Are there any Spectres left? Maybe the Orcas took care of them. What is Salamis doing? He needs to get a move on. He's got Johnny without a Redeemer right now, and these behemoths, there's nothing stopping them from just moving forward. These avatars will be no match for them. Salamis was not under attack on the left-hand side here. The Marv here, Death Sentence actually, oh, the epic unit killer, going to be able to take out another Marv perhaps, but he is falling back now. This last Vertigo Bomber, will it be able to take out the Marv? It is enough to kill that Marv. That Marv will fall. Oh, those Vertigo Bombers are saving Death Sentence countless times. Salamis, what are you doing? Oh my god, his whole army is currently idle. Johnny Cena is begging for time right now, and Salamis is just like, you know what, buddy? Have all the time you want. I'm not sure what he's doing. Did he actually just get up and let his mum start playing? It doesn't make any sense. Is he even online? Oh man, Salamis, oh poor guy, he did actually laser field, so that's the first action I've seen him do for quite some time. All the behemoths, you can see he selected them because they all perked up. When you select units like that, they perk up, and you only need 1 pod on there, not 4, or how many he shot onto there. It does have the pod there, which means the Marv is a giant stealth detection unit. Note that the EMP spikes have all been, the 2 north and south ones have been destroyed. Extremeizer holds the one on the west side there. But now he's coming through. A Tib Vane will go off. I don't think it's going to be enough. A Vapor Bomb comes down as well. Oh, that did a lot of damage. And that is actually sending him into a retreat. Look at the behemoths. Oh my god, that's what he was waiting for. Oh man, and now the avatars, and there's Vertigo Bombers here. Oh no, Salamis. Salamis, what are you doing, bro? I'm sorry, I'm trying to defend you. You just did such a good job. Supersonic airstrike actually hits nothing. He's kind of scraped that vertigo bomber, but it will actually get away. The Marv now is going to be history. Oh, Salamis, he had the first position in his sights there, but he is looking pretty hurt. Death sentence now. We have a quick glance at what he's up to. He's rebuilt his Redeemer. Extremeizer has been pretty quiet for some time. He's having trouble getting Tiberium, but he is mining on the main field here. Salamis is also mining it here. Again, the only real Tiberium now is left in the middle. Salamis is down to just two behemoths. He has railguns for some reason. I'm not sure why, because he has no units that can benefit from that at the moment. He needs to reorganize his base. His whole massive armada has been reduced to just 2 behemoth. Third one coming out now. He's desperately trying to build this up, but now he needs time, and the vertigo bombers, they're going to be unmatched. He's got nothing to deal with them. They're probably just going to target the behemoth, or they could just really target whatever they want. They will be coming over the top. Johnny Casino not organizing too well. Bombing structures like that, not worth your time and effort. Will take out the airfield, which is nice. But you should always have them on hold fire stance. Death Sentence now looks like he will finally finish off Extremeizer. Surprisingly, Extremeizer had a lot of time to really get back into this game properly, and I think he swindled it just a little bit here. He doesn't seem to have a lot to show for all the Tiberium. He's harvested 3.5 field, basically, that he's harvested. He can't actually deal with the Redeemer. He's got nothing to deal with it. He's got a Reclamator hub, and he does sell off the Space Command. Did he cool down a Shockwave? No, he didn't cool down a Shockwave, so... does he have EMP grenades? He does have EMP grenades. Now's his chance. He can't afford to miss. Oh my god, he just missed. How do you miss an epic unit? I don't understand how these guys continue to... Oh, no, I can't. He's got another grenade squad. He needs to hit this right now. He's going to target the engineering facility, but he wasn't even building the Marv. Is the Marv out? The Marv is out. It's over here. Oh my god, he needs to get it back over here. Death Sentence is just going to start bombing it. Spectre shots coming across, and Extremeizer is going to press the attack. I don't think that's a good idea. He doesn't have any support for this. He is going to back off, took half the damage on it. EMP blast will come down, but he had already EMP'd it with the grenades. To be honest, it would have been easier to EMP it with the EMP control center and then use the EMP grenades as the follow-up. These Venoms trying to kill the infantry. He does get more EMP grenades on it, so he will actually be able to destroy that. The AA turrets are starting to pick apart those Venoms, but a lot of them will actually evac out of here and they will be fine. Although he has lost his MCV. Does he have a war factory? Oh my god, he does not have a war factory. He is down to his airfield. He can build whatever he wants out of it. Zorkas, Hammerheads, and or Firehawks, but that's all he can do. Every structure he sells off now cannot be replaced. He cannot get an engineer either, which means there's no chance of him getting anybody else's tech with a sneaky MCV cap and then planting a crane down or something like that. And you got to give it to Salamis. He's actually done a pretty good job of rebuilding his behemoth army. He's got 8 of them. You know, that's wait, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, he's got 7 of them. Rage Gen will go off. Johnny's back here. Shockwave artillery comes down. Oh my god, these behemoths were affected by rage, which means they're not actually firing. They will fire now. And I think Johnny's going to lose this. I don't think he realized how many behemoths were there. Look at that. They just wiped the health off. The vertigo bombers are coming to respond. But the tungsten shell as well. Tungsten shell that will cost a vertigo bomber his life. 2 vertigos go down. 3 vertigos will drop out of the sky. That's expensive. Those are more expensive than Firehawks, so when they go down, you really feel it. 1 behemoth fell for that. So he killed 1 behemoth for his Redeemer and 3 vertigo bombers. Salamis showing that he actually does know how to trade well. He could probably, if he had the money, could pump out another Meat Shield Mar, make another push on Johnny, who actually has a lot of Tiberium at his disposal. Johnny has now claimed the Eastern EMP control center, but it's under attack by Death Sentence here. Death Sentence trying to refine, but again, this is really weird. I can't believe we're well into the very late game. All 4 players are still alive. Extremeizer is somewhat hurt bad, but he's still in it, and he can still build a threatening force out of that airfield. He is Zocom, so he can build ceramic armor hammerheads. They're fully upgraded. Does he have a tier 2? Yes, he does. But the problem is he can't put infantry inside the hammerheads because he can't build infantry. I mean, he can call in the GDI Airborne, which is really going to be his only infantry aside from what he's got. He's got 2 Grenadier squads. Maybe he could put those in the hammerheads, make them good against buildings, I guess. Buildings take a lot of damage from grenade-type weaponry. Also, he can't rebuild his harvesters as well, so if Death Sentence realizes this, he could start really targeting the harvesters again. I mean, harvesters aren't that important at this stage in the game because there's not much Tib and there's probably a lot of harvesters floating around, but he can't rebuild them, which means if he loses all his harvesters, he's got 1, 2, 3 harvesters that I can see, so he really needs to keep those alive. That's more than enough to pump out a single airfield hammerhead strat here. He does hold the EMP spike now. That is the last one remaining. This one over here has been destroyed. Notably, the spike over here has been destroyed, and so is this one. But the other two stands, Salamis and Johnny. Oh, look at that. We had, where was I seeing that? Oh my god, he's built 8 Vertigo bombers. That is a huge investment, and they can't really fly too close towards those TIB core units. He will actually try to bomb the refinery. That's a Firehawk's job, but he's got so many of them, and I guess if he can't find any other targets. And look at that, the TIB core rockets can't actually track them once they re-stealth, so the TIB core rockets will just detonate at the maximum range. So Death Sentence. And look at this, he's got a big line of Spectre artillery. It's hard to see how many are there with their cloaking fields on, but I'm sure they'll spread out once they come to a complete stop. His Redeemer did get EMP, that was probably with the EMP spike, which he holds. Firehawks come out, so he will come through with these Firehawks. Want to keep that AA turret there. He will blow up most of these Venoms. Actually, no, quite a lot of Venoms still survive here. These Firehawks trying to get some damage down on them. And look at this, he's running into this base area. Extremeizer cannot afford to replace these structures. He's only got hammerheads basically to destroy this with. His Firehawks are getting destroyed as well. He's trying to shoot these Venoms down. He's having a hard time getting his ammunition loaded. And look at this, Death Sentence is moving through. Extremeizer, after about 25 minutes in this game, will probably be the first person to fall. I can't believe how long this game has been. But yeah, he will be falling here now. And as soon as that airfield goes down, which it just goes down now, he has no production whatsoever, which means him remaining in this game, unless he's got an insurance policy, which would be extremely difficult on this level, by the way, because there's not a lot of areas that can hide. Has a heroic Venom, that's nice work there. Extremeizer, I believe, is going to fight right down to the end. He has a few buildings here, maybe hoping that Death Sentence will just leave him alone at some point and forget about those back structures. But I can't believe how long this game went before we actually saw a player knocked out, and this is an extremely aggressive level where the players are really pushed very closely to one another, but they don't seem too intent. And look at that, Extremeizer will fall, so he'll get the 0 points out of this series. A pretty bad start, but I can't say he didn't deserve it. He scouted the Flame Reckoner and then he just completely ignored it, and he paid big time for it, and that really put him on a, I mean, he did recover, so essentially he was okay, but later on just not able to capitalize. Rage Gen will go off. It will affect some of these guys. A Shockwave, is this going to be Shockwave come down? It is, and he scores it. Oh my god, he needs to get in range. One Behemoth will fall to the Rage Gen, and Johnny Calcini is going to lose yet another Redeemer. Oh my god, these Behemoths just so good at cleaning up the Redeemers now, and he gets another one. Johnny, that's got to be frustrating, but Salamis needs some type of meat shield for them. He needs something out in front, something that can tank damage while he deals damage. And these Vertigo bombers, they do belong to Death Sentence, but I'm not sure what they're doing. Oh my god, they're really, I think just 360 over all the AA. Okay, that was terrible. I'm not sure how many went down there, but quite a number of them. If we check the deck, 3 missing. Oh, he only lost 3. That's he got off lightly, and that's expensive. Death Sentence has a lot of structures back here, like these obelisks here now, pretty useless at the back of his base. He could sell a lot of these off. He's already expanded to Extremeizer side map. Not a lot of Tiberium there, but at least it's actual Tiberium. His Redeemer is over here now, and Johnny is actually turning his attention to him. He will snipe that Harvester down. Vertigo Bomb is flying over the top, but if you're going to want to get out of there, that's a really dangerous place to be. Johnny's base is so hard once Tip Core's done, and Stealth Field, Obelisk, AA, Bite Buggy to just... You need an army to push into that, and he just doesn't have it. He's only got specialist units, and that's not going to work out. These infantry will mingle with his Bite Buggy, and they will actually take down a lot of it because they are fully upgraded. The Venoms are actually going to respond, and the Venoms are actually going to be able to pop the remainder of this Bite Buggy. So look at that. He's got a heroic one there as well, and of course they do have laser Venoms. Sorry, not laser Venoms, they laser capacitors, which makes them laser Venoms, but he will be flying in. What's he going to find? He's going to find one of Johnny's Venoms here, which will probably instantly die as soon as he turns. Oh, what's he doing? Oh my god, he's flying through the AA again. I'm not sure if Death Sentence is just taking the scenic route here. Whoa, he's going to lose. He lost his heroic Venom. Unnecessary that was here. These players making quite a number of mistakes. I think that's why, because he wanted to click him. Not terribly important to click at this part of the game. There's not a lot of Tiberium left. If we look at the map, most of the fields have some scattered Tiberium on them, but it's just up to these players to organize their harvesters to be able to refine what is remaining. Death Sentence does still hold 8 Vertigo bombers, showing that he's prepared to continue to rebuild these, but he's got 5 Spectre artillery, and he's not making any attempt to pressure Johnny. Again, the stealth tower obviously making it difficult. He can't actually see his targets. If he moves to range of this stealth tower, he'll be about here, and then the obelisk will start shooting at him, so not something he wants to see. Salamis now, what are you doing? He's got some buggies, some pit bulls up here. This is becoming somewhat of a very campy game. I'm surprised no one hasn't dropped a super weapon. Look at this, he's got all of his upgrades. just because that's what all the cool kids do. You've even got adaptive armor, so there you go. Not that any of the units that he's got utilize it here. So Salamis played extremely well in the first series we saw him in, but this one here, he has played well, but some of the engagements, I'm just like, what were you doing, buddy? He's got a lot of these rail guardians. I'm not sure what the plan is with those, or maybe he's just going to wait for the other guys to kill each other. But the thing is that Death Sentence now has the opportunity to hit the left-hand side of the map. Death Sentence has half the map basically somewhat under his control. I mean, this whole area isn't entirely under his control. He dropped a ref down here to long-range mine this other field, so pretty desperate. He's still got Tiberium over here as well. But this is definitely a long game. Mind Strike comes in, it will miss the Redeemer, that's unfortunate. And look at this, he might actually be force firing his Spectre artillery now. Just on this area, will drop all those base defenses. That's nice. Yeah, he's force firing because they're continuing to fire here. Rage Gen will go off, won't really do much. Johnny Calcina now has enemies on either side of him, which is bad. Salamis and Death Sentence are now poised to take either first or second in this series, I think. And oh geez, you don't want to walk into that force fire, Johnny. He's still continuing to march forward there. It is definitely a force fire, which was so smart. He might want to stop shooting there now. There's stealth tanks now arriving. Battle markers over here. Salamis is he's shutting down this area over here, realizing that there's now more Tiberium at his disposal to mine over there if he can take it away from Death Sentence. And Johnny Calcina moving forward now with fully upgraded infantry. These Venoms are being destroyed. There's stealth tanks there as well. The Spectre artillery is not firing into the infantry swarm. That's the one unit, or the one unit that can move, that they can probably hit pretty well. And they're not firing. He may have them on a hold fire stance here at the moment. That stealth tower, very badly damaged. If that goes down, the rest of this base will be exposed, but Death Sentence does not appear to have enough money to fight this right now. He's in so much trouble. The Vertigo bombers are coming back from a bombing run, but I believe they were just bombing pit bulls, which is not really worth it that much. They have mortar, which means they can actually destroy the Conyard over time. The Redeemer is coming back. He's got a veteran one, but Johnny Calcina is pushing, and he's got a decent sized army here. Death Sentence is going to lose this base area here. He does not have a lot to stop this. One EMP buggy on heavy damage mode rolling in. Will he get an EMP blast off? That's the question. He's actually getting pretty close. If he, oh, he just goes down there. There was an obelisk there. I didn't even see it. But the Spectre artillery are trying to fire at the Redeemer. They might get a volley off. Oh, he actually destroys one of his own power plants. He goes low power mode. Death Sentence is self-destructing here right now. He's losing one of his MCVs at the top here. Johnny Calcina is moving in. The Spectres will fire on top, but this is not going to be enough. Johnny Calcina, the Vertigo bomb is now flying over the top, and we got bombs, all sorts of crazy stuff going off here. This is insane. Death Sentence is in so much trouble. He's fighting for his life. All of a sudden, this attack has just whipped him into action. Like, we needed this like somewhat 5-10 minutes ago, but you know, all of a sudden now that he's under attack, he's producing and he's dropping and he's microing like crazy. It took Johnny Calcina to threaten knocking him out of the game, and Death Sentence, despite having most of the bottom side of the map now, he's in serious trouble. If these Vertigo bombers can reload, which I believe they will be able to do so, and come back, they are going to target the Redeemer, and this will probably just about finish it off. Those guys do so much damage to the Redeemer here, but he has not quite finished it off. If they get to the air towers, it could all be over. He needs to destroy these Spectre artillery. They're pretty useless. Oh my god, that stealth tank is firing. Oh my god, he dropped all those Vertigo bombers on the deck. That is terrible. That is terrible. That one Spectre unit will remain, and that stealth tank will fall. The Redeemer is still here. There's still one field of Vertigos. They need to reload, though. They take a long time to reload. He only needs one bomb to finish this. Will he be smart and use just the one bomb to destroy it? No, he's actually going to bomb these avatars, which is still good. Drops all the avatars there for the taking, but the problem is, oh, there's a stealth tower here protecting this, which is very nice. He needs to be able to destroy this Redeemer. The Venoms are trying to destroy it, but the repair pad is just managing to keep it alive. Meanwhile, Salamis is moving through here. Destiny is trying to recover over here, not able to do so. Salamis has him up. He's got the Juggernauts. His Redeemer, the Redeemer, which was absent from the whole fight, is now over here. The Redeemer will fall. He did manage to drop that with these guys. Johnny Calcina will fall back. Doesn't have a lot of steam left in him, but Salamis now has the most once again has the most powerful army on the map. Death Sentence trying to sneak out of range here. If there's Orcas, oh my god, look at all the behemoth he's got there. Is Orcas coming? Do they have hard points? They don't. They might be able to stop this, but Death Sentence not actually moving it back, so we'll take some damage here. And there's tungsten shell firing at these guys. None of those Vertigos will fall, I believe. The Marv will survive. All just fell short of rockets to destroy that, but Death Sentence doesn't appear to realize his Redeemer has stopped moving, and he's removing it now, so Salamis had an opportunity to destroy that, maybe not seeing it. The Pitbulls are pursuing what's happening over here. Battle mark is raging, not sure what it is. Death Sentence is in shambles. He really can't hope to survive here, and the Pitbulls now firing at the rear armor might actually be enough. They will destroy it. They lose a lot of their numbers, but it's probably worth it. Death Sentence cannot afford to rebuild that, and without it, it's virtually impossible to hold against Johnny now, who has a very small attack force here, but the fact of the matter is the Death cannot deal with it. So it's actually going to become Johnny versus Salamis here. The Vertigo Bombers will fly over the top, putting a lot of pain, and those Venoms do belong to Death Sentence, but against mass infantry, Venoms aren't as good as you might think they would be. He's going to have to fall back. Maybe if there was mock Venoms, so they seem to be a lot better. More Vertigo Bombers flying forward now. They will be getting shot at with Tip Core. Oh no, they belong to Johnny. Oh my god, I thought for a moment that he might have bombed the deck, but he didn't. We can still see that it's still there. Death Sentence will clear all this up. There's one avatar left at his disposal, but he's fighting against two enemy avatars. And now there's Venom's trying to wrestle the control of the skies away from him, but he does manage to hold on for the time being. His air force is pretty much almost non-existent. He has two Venoms, he has a couple of Vertigo Bombers remaining. Do we have any ranks on these guys? We do have a veteran one there, but Johnny is going to retreat. Probably not quick enough to save these avatars. Oh, they actually dodged that there, so these Vertigo Bombers unable to hit them as moving targets. That was a bit of a wasted bomb run there. Johnny's okay with it though. They make the stealth field, so they're going to be safe for the time being. Mines here being picked apart by Death Sentence, but Salamis now, he's just buying his time in this series. He's got a lot. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of gear, and it's all over the place right now. So Salamis is just in super power up mode now. And the fact of the matter is that as soon as Death Sentence is dead, he could literally just Q move, and it wouldn't matter what Johnny has. He could not stop this. Johnny does not have a Redeemer, or does he? I cannot see one on the map. Doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have one, but he may have one. He's moving his MCV. This Tib field is completely regrown, which is the highest quantity of Tib on the map, although Salamis's main field's actually almost fully regrown as well. Might need to identify that is there, but he's continuing to pump out a lot of units. He has some Orcas on the deck as well, no hard points. He's moving an MCV forward. Is that his only MCV? I'm not 100% sure. No, he has got a second one there, so he's going to be okay. Bite Buggy here, trying to push these Vertigo Bombers back, and as soon as Death Sentence loses those, I think he might just tap out. Maybe he's hoping that Salamis here will just kill Johnny so he can get the extra point, and he's moving an army up here. Is it his whole army? No, he's left these guys down here on purpose, which means he's segregated his army, and that's fine. His army is simply so large that it doesn't matter what Johnny does, he really can't stop this. Does he have Vertigos? He's got one. That's not going to do anything. And now with the MCV here, the Marv here, this force here, I think Johnny might even just surrender at this point in time. He will click them. He will click these Juggernauts here, and that one Vertigo one is actually a turret down there, and he will Mind Strike them as well. Two of them fall, four of them fall now. So he did take out a big chunk, but the problem is there's three more sitting on this northern flank here, and they will be able to do a lot of damage. He will get the crush off. I'm not sure why he's trying to pull back a little bit here. He could just push forward. There's really not a lot stopping him from just rolling over Johnny right now. I'm not sure what Johnny's plan is at the moment. He is expanding down here or pushing forward around. Death Sentence has been left alone for a little bit, so he might be okay with that. But yeah, Johnny is losing base infrastructure now. He's losing a lot of units and structures, and he's even trying to recover these husks here, but he has to clear the mines, and some of these husks will be detonated or destroyed. There is a single husk remaining there, so you might want to grab that, which I believe he will do so. Again, all the EMP spikes in the map have fallen, and only one Tiberium spike remains, which belongs to Salamis, so that could be very important. Obviously, he'd have it almost the whole game. And I'm not sure what's going on here. There is a stealth tower. But he can see these structures, so I'm not sure what Salamis's plan is here. Maybe he's just hoping that Johnny will do the gentleman's thing and just surrender himself. So, obviously not going to happen. Johnny's not just going to surrender at his own free will. So these guys here now moving through the base. I'm not sure why they're not on aggressive stance or why they're not actually attacking these structures. Salamis. Is this a different Salamis we saw from the first series? I'm not 100% sure, but he will be starting to destroy these structures now. Gets the tech center. Johnny does have a chem plant. Here comes a jet. It could be a vapor bomb. These behemoths, though, they're just like, hey, you're going to drop a vapor bomb us? That didn't really do anything. And he will be moving forward here now. Death Sentence might get thrown a lifeline here with an extra point, which could be extremely important in the grand scheme of things. So Johnny Calcina losing the last of his structures over here, and once these go down, this base area here is his last bastion of hope. But the problem is that Salamis is fully aware that it is here, and he will be able to destroy these forces here. There's a bit of infantry. He could take some of these garrisons. Only one is taken. There's not a lot in there. He's putting down a lot of these Guardian cannons, not really necessary. They are just sucking up cash. He could just put a few towers down to help the infantry, and he would be fine. Death Sentence, meanwhile, is going back for a redeem. I'm not sure if it is actually out. It is actually out, so he managed to buy enough time to get a Redeemer back out. Now he's realized that he's putting down these guys. He might actually lose the mob unnecessarily. EMP buggies causing problems. These structures will hit the deck. Look at that, completely destroying them. There's no power here for Johnny, and he's fighting right down to the end. Maybe to give Death a chance. I'm not 100% sure here. Maybe he wants Death to do a bit better. Johnny Calcine is out of this game, and with such an army here at the moment, and again he's got another army over here. He's got 4-5 behemoth, and there's mammoth tanks here as well. There's really no reason for Salamis to not attack right now when Death Sentence is at his weakest, and Salamis obviously could get stronger, but it's just not necessary. He's got, you know, 5 times as much gear that he needs to overwhelm, and look at that, he's closing in from all angles. He could have just Q moved. I wouldn't criticize him because Death Sentence is not going to be able to hold this, and we got a shockwave come down. I believe those orcas are going to stack, unfortunately, but again at the end of the day he's got so much hardware here. And yeah, he's going to be able to take this out. The Redeemer falls. There's Vertigo Bombers trying to fly around. There's a Heroic Venom there. Not 100% sure we're going to do this. This MCV. And when Death Sentence sees this force bearing down him, Supersonic Airstrike to the left as well. But as soon as he saw that, he knew at that point that it was pointless continuing to fight this game. Wow. 40 minutes. I might have to split this video into 2 parts. That was insane. But yeah, well done to Salamis. Again, could have made it a lot easier for him. There was a point where he really could have just killed Johnny about 20 minutes ago, and he must have gone AFK or something like that because it didn't seem he was doing anything. Extremeizer, like I said, paid heavily for a scout that he got off. Really not necessary. And Death Sentence just surviving and getting kicked into gear every time that he got kicked. So yeah, we'll see Salamis grab 3 points. Death Sentence will grab 2. And Johnny will grab 1, and I think we're going to leave it at that. It's a long game, so if you guys want to sift through the stats, you can do so, but Death Sentence is actually getting the most money there. That's interesting. We'll jump into game number 2 coming up right now.